All right, we're here today. It's Saturday morning. We're taking our time with this one because we're talking about something that the team really needs. Most analysts say we need this. Most fans say we need this. So we're talking about wide receivers
You don't
today.
know. You don't know who you messing with. You don't know who you messing with. You don't know. You don't.
I run you up and down the Serengeti. Heads ain't ready. I chew you up and spit you out like chicken confetti. My rhymes are heavy like elephants, stomping your regiments, dismembering all your limbs, ripping your ligaments. I break you down to an atom, change your chemical structure, roots and culture. You don't wanna fuck with this brother. I'm like a time bomb, or a fresh can of Wilshire. Style is plexiglass, got you face down in the grass, ready to blast. Sticky for your jewels and your cash. Call me Robin Hood, take the loot back to the hood. I wish you would try to retaliate. I wait like a sniper, beat you like Street Fighter, heat you up like a lighter. Don't need no ghost rider. Original skill, killing at will. Terminates career like the pill. This is real, not no fiction. Came up with my jurisdiction. I'm liver than you, whether freestyle or written. Hitting hard like a hammer, like a natural disaster, like a hurricane. Plain and simple, bringing the pain. Won the battle, what? I'm ready to do this, beat your ass like Lennox Lewis, play you out like Parker Lewis.
Washington Commanders needing a true number 2, Big Al. Did De'Ami Brown do enough in the last part of the year to solidify his position as a number 2? Or did he just solidify his position on the actual team? Because right now, Big Al, we have 2 people that are under contract. That's Luke McCaffrey and Terry McLaurin. We have a lot of people that we need to either bring back or make decisions on pretty quick because offseason feels like a long time for us, the fans, but it's really not a long time to get these guys under contract, get them in the system, get them learning the playbook, and be ready for day one. So before the draft, we got to do wide receivers in the offseason. And the free agent wide receivers right now, Big Al, I'm just going to run down the list.
Run down the list for us, Deacon. Run down the list.
And this is pretty much from top to bottom. So you got T. Higgins from Cincinnati, his free agent. Chris Godwin from Tampa Bay. Stephon Diggs from Houston. Keenan Allen from Chicago. Amari Cooper from Buffalo. Cavante Turpin from Dallas. Josh Palmer from the Los Angeles Chargers. Darius Slayton from New York. DeMarcus Robinson from the Rams. Nick Westbrook. Hey man, from Tennessee. Marquise Brown from Kansas City. Robert Woods from Houston. Nelson Aguilar, he's getting old, ain't he? From Baltimore. DeAndre Hopkins from Kansas City. DeAndre Brown from us. Mike Williams from Pittsburgh. Marquise Valdez-Scantling from New Orleans. And Braden Cook from Dallas. These are the guys that are out there. And really, there's only a couple that really shine the light on being a true number 2. And one of them basically is the number 1, which I think T. Higgins is probably a number 1, at least the 1A. At least he was before his cohort got there to the team. But what do you think, Big Al? Is it something we need to do in the offseason, or are you relying on the draft? What do you got going on?
We also got the trade market too, Deacon. I believe in the trade market, there are some people requesting to be traded, which is, I believe, Deebo Samuels was requesting to be traded. I think Cooper Kupp from the Rams I think they want to trade Cooper Kupp. And then you can have Seattle trying to trade DK Metcalf. So that trade market is out there too, which is another 3, all-pro, all-world receivers that will complement our team tremendously, too. So those guys are out there, too, looking for some type of trade bait or probably draft picks or a player or something like that that's out there for those guys. Yeah. So do we want to go through the trade market and upgrade? or do we want to go through free agent market? I believe that T. Higgins is like you said, a number 1 or a 1A. Chase is probably Chase and Jefferson are two number one receivers in the whole league. So before Chase came, he was a number 1.
Yeah.
He's pretty much a number 1. He does have a little injury bug sometimes. He gets hurt because he's a big guy. He likes to go across the middle, so he gets the injury bug a little bit. But besides that, he would definitely upgrade our team. I mean, to me, basically, we have two number 1s out there playing at all times, similar to the Philadelphia. Now, who we trying to beat? Now, we're trying to get our team up to the talent level of Philadelphia. If
we're going to go anywhere, we got to be Philadelphia.
We got to be Philly. I think we had the format to be Philly. We were the only ones in the last 8 games that was competitive with Philly was us. We beat them one time, and really in the championship game, when we didn't turn over the ball, we were right in the game, play for play. We ended up turning over 4 or 5 times, and they blew us out. But so if we didn't do that, we would have been right toe to toe with them. So we're the only team really behind Philly right now. Everybody else is 2 or 3 steps behind Philly talent level, and I think the wide receiver position will really truly help our all-world quarterback Daniels. I think and Daniels will go nothing but get better. Now, of course, people are going to learn how to scheme against Daniels. Everybody knows that he likes to run, I believe, to the left when he escapes the pocket. Everybody knows that typically when he escapes the pocket, he's running. So you know what I'm saying?
That boy sure is a running fool.
And they know.
He did a little better toward the end of the year.
Towards the end. And everybody knows the best defense to play against him is what Philly does, which is the 3-deep zone with great defensive linemen to keep him in the pocket without blitzing, really. Philly doesn't do any blitzing. Which
is the point of needing a number 2.
Right. That's why we need number 2 and a number 2 with some height to him, too, because I think Daniel seemed to like our old tight end because he had that height. He can body people up, basically Ertz was so slow. All he did was post people up and make the play. So I think Daniels kind of likes that type of receiver. We already have a speed guy, even though he's 29 or 30 years old. Terry still has his speed. He's still pulling away from people. We want somebody to body people up. The perfect guy I would think to do that is in the trade market, which is DK Metcalf, but he may be too expensive to trade.
Metcalf may be expensive. I think Metcalf is more hyped than not. To me, as a number 1, as a number 2, he's probably going to be great as a number 2. Because
would he accept that? He thinks he's a number 1.
Of course, he thinks he wants to get paid like number 1 too.
Yeah, he does.
Here's the thing that we had to think about: how is the team looking at these guys? Are we looking still to build smartly, or are we looking to splash these guys down in there so we can go to Super Bowl next year? Try and shoot for the Super Bowl next year. You know what I mean? And even if we don't do a splash thing, doesn't mean that we're not trying to go to Super Bowl. It's just that we're trying to do it a different way. Because obviously we need more than just one wide receiver. We need a wide receiver. We need another running back. We need some cornerbacks. We might need a defensive end.
So linemen too. I think linemen on offense is more important than that wide receiver position. My personal opinion.
I mean, yeah, but that's what I'm saying. You can get a minimal good number 2, as opposed to like T. Higgins, a top number 1 in the A. 1A or Metcalf, but you got to trade, which we don't have much to trade except for draft at this point because we don't have many people under contract.
Right.
To trade for a guy who, if you want to trade for somebody, you're looking for trade for number 1 most likely. You know what I mean? Unless you want to trade for a number 2 and give a 5th round pick or something like that, which is fine if you can find one of those. But they're out there now on the chopping block, so we can go to the people who are already available and get a true number 2, a good solid number 2. Like for me, I was looking at Amari Cooper or Godwin, but Godwin has injury issues too. Keenan Allen, he probably got another year in him, or a year and a half, maybe 2 years. Who knows?
Really close.
Right. You like Darius Slayton from the Giants.
Yeah. He's a little younger. He's played number 2. He might want a little less money, maybe a little less money than the other people do, because he never really had a breakout season. He was good, but he didn't have a breakout season. I think he's better than Brown, which we already have. I think he's better than both Browns that we have.
Yeah, well, they're definitely listed above Brown.
Yeah.
What about DeAndre Hopkins, what you were saying? Because DeAndre Hopkins, although he's getting older, he's still at least the number 2, I think. But he played for Kansas City last year, and I ain't hear nothing about him in the Super Bowl. You know what I mean?
Well, unfortunately, he did. I think he scored in the Super Bowl. He dropped a touchdown. So I saw him. He was wide open one time. I don't know if it was a touchdown or not. He was wide open. The ball was a little low, and he dropped it. And he'd have scored on that play, but he turned around and scored. I think later on in the game. He could be a number 2. I think he's on maybe 1 or 2 years left in his career. Him and Devontae Adams to me are very similar in their years and what they had. Devontae Adams is actually a better route runner than Hopkins is to me. Devontae Adams runs clean routes. His routes are so clean. Even now, he runs great clean routes. I believe. Can you look up Devontae Adams' size? I want to say he's like 6'2", 6'3". He may be a little bit bigger than Hopkins. He plays a little bigger than Hopkins, maybe.
Right.
But the person I really like is this guy named Cooper that plays for Cooper Kupp that plays for the Rams. But we have to trade for him. I believe the Rams would take a low round pick for him, like a 7th round or 6th round pick.
I don't think 7 or 6 will get it. I think they want.
They're trying to move on from him. Well, I understand that they're trying to move on from him.
Well, yeah, they're trying to move on, but I don't think they're going to take buckets for him. You know what I mean?
I mean, he's old. He's an older guy. He's been hurt. But I think his temperament would be very good for the brotherhood. I think he has a great temperament, and he's the typical number 2 type receiver. He has some height to him. But look at Devontae Adams' size. I want to know how tall. I think he's around 6'2", 6'3".
He's 6 foot. He's 6 foot.
6 foot. So
but maybe he plays bigger than that.
He plays bigger than that. Yeah, he plays bigger than that. Just like, Terry plays much bigger than what he is too. Right. Terry's around 6 feet, 6'1" too. And he plays.
Well, but he's not available, so we can't get him. But
we gotta get Terry.
Yeah. But I mean,
how about developing the person that we have on our team, though? The one other wide receiver we have on our team.
We only have one other, and that's Luke McCaffrey.
Yeah, he's about 6'2", 6'1", or something like that.
Yeah, but is he?
He's not explosive. I haven't seen any explosive.
I haven't seen that much from him. I mean.
He had a couple nice kickoffs back. He ran some kickoffs. He broke some tackles.
Yeah, that's true. He got some good field position a couple of times. But as a true number 2, I don't think he's ready for that. We're looking for a true number 2. True number 2 is he's got to be ready to go day 1 on when the season start. We can't be trying to train him.
You like Cooper. You like Cooper from Cleveland.
I like Amari Cooper. You know why? Because I haven't heard anything from him. He's getting his yardage and stuff like that. But he doesn't appear to me to be one of those guys that's going to try to take the flame away from anybody else. So I mean, listen, I'm good with some other guys too. I like DK Metcalf. I like all the guys who are trade bait right now.
How about Debo Samuel? You like Debo?
Listen, I like Debo if Debo comes in wearing clothes.
Oh, that's cold.
Debo got a different sense about him, man. I don't know about his wardrobe.
He's a little booty shortish.
He's a little odd, and maybe he got good hips because he does like to switch a little bit. You know what I mean? So he got good hips. That's fine. Listen,
you like his man bag. You like his man bag.
Debo obviously likes to be flamboyant a little bit.
Next week when we gonna review the Olympics, I can't wait to see that little chocolate piece of lightning and Carl Lewis doing his thing. Well, you know why Carl runs so fast. You can run, but you can't hide from your true self, Miss Lewis.
But that doesn't mean that he's a diva. You know what I mean? I'm not gonna put that on him. He wants to be traded out. He asked for a trade. He's obviously a strong runner when they run him, but he's a wide receiver, and he does have some drops. But you expect it out of number 2, though. Number 2 is going to drop a couple balls. Number 1s don't drop balls. Number 2s.
I don't know if is Debo a number 2 or he's a gadget guy. He's more of a gadget.
He's both. I think he's both. They didn't run him a lot this year. He was hurt. Yeah, I know he was hurt
the whole year.
Yeah. But then again, I mean, even a gadget guy would help us. because
don't we got ain't the running back and the gadget guy for us?
No, but he's not a gadget guy. He's a
What's the running back name?
He's a screen guy. Eckler. He's on the contract. He's a screen guy. You know, he's a quick post guy. Quick out guy. You know, he's that kind of guy. He's not a sweet guy. He's not one of those guys. You know what I mean? A bubble guy. You know, that's what Debo. Debo is a strong, big body guy. Well, like you saying earlier, he could post him up somewhere. Yeah. He's not straight line speed where he's going to dash you and move, but he will cut you out. You know what I'm saying?
He'll run you over.
Yeah. So we don't have that. That we don't have.
We don't have that.
And how tall is Debo anyway?
He's short. He's only like 6'2", 6'1". He's not a tall guy, but he's powerful. He's built, even though he wears booty shorts, he is powerful.
Well, I mean, I like him. I like him as a player. I'm not sure.
But I think 49ers are going to want something to trade him. They're going to want some.
Well, they got him under here. They got him under here listed as wide receiver number 1.
Okay.
So
I just think I don't know if we have the capital. If we get a defensive player,
he's 6
we ain't gonna have enough capital to get another trade to get Debo. I'm sure our GM will want Debo because he's the one that drafted Debo. So I'm sure our GM wants him. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, maybe we can get a hometown discount.
Maybe we might but because I know that the GM likes him and the other wide receiver they had on the 49ers, and but we couldn't get a hometown defense on the other guy. What was the other guy's name that was good friends with Daniels? Yeah. Oh man, I can't think of his name right now, but he was really they were trying to get him, and the 49ers wouldn't give us a discount.
Yeah, well, it is.
Anyway, I think the picks that we had that we should get. I like Cooper. I like the guy from the Giants. What's the guy from the Giants name again?
Slayton.
Mm-hmm. I like the 2 old guys, even though the 3 old guys. There's 3 of them. It's Devontae, there's Hopkins, and the other guy from Chicago that's a free agent.
Scanlon? He did not know.
Scanlon to me is like a number 3, really. He's a number 3.
Yeah. He's not
from Chicago that runs great routes from Chicago. He would play with the guy last year. Keenan Allen. Yeah. All three of those guys are professional receivers.
Yeah, and I think that's what we need.
Yeah, professional receivers. Only thing about them, they all on their last leg. You know what I'm saying? They only got maybe one season left.
That's true, but we also have the draft, which that means that
you draft somebody and get one of them old guys.
Yeah, because what an old guy gives you is he's going to be where he's supposed to be.
Right. And Daniels likes that. Daniels likes that.
Right. So that's the main thing with especially a rookie quarterback is to trust that your wide receiver is going to be in the pattern in the slot where he's supposed to be. Because we've seen Jaden throw through tons of defensive players to a spot, and the receiver was actually there. You know what I mean? So I think that's why he liked throwing to Terry. I think that's why he liked throwing to the other guys that were running patterns. Yeah, where they're supposed to be. Because the worst thing you can do is throw a ball and not trust that your player is going to be there. Because you got to throw a person open. Right? There's no more college where he can get into the zone and sit, and then you throw the ball to him. Right. So
I heard that was the reason why he didn't really throw to the young guys a lot on our team, Sennett and McCaffrey, because he just didn't trust him. You know what I'm saying? He trusted him. They had to be practicing, and when they practiced, they wasn't there. Where he was like, "Nah, in the game, I ain't doing it. I'm running that ball." I seen him look at McCaffrey one time and say, "Nah." He's getting it. You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? He just ran it. McCaffrey wide open. He didn't care. He just ran it because he didn't trust him. You know what I'm saying? And that's something that our young guys will have to earn doing practice this year, because we got to get Sennett going. We got to get McCaffrey going. We got to get our last year's rookies playing good ball because Ertz is on his last leg. Yeah. If we pick up one of these old guys, Cooper or Adams or Hopkins or Keenan Allen, they on their last leg. They got 1 season or 2 seasons left, and that's it. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So.
What the hell was that?
So we have to get our young guys going. We're probably gonna have to draft a wide receiver that can come in and be trainable to fill in right behind them. You know what I'm saying?
Uh-huh.
So I mean, especially when we need all our money to go in defense. I think we got 80 million. How much money we got? 80 or 90 million?
I think it's 70. I don't think we got as much. Listen, even though let's say 90, we say we got $90 million. We have 34 positions to fill.
Yeah, because we had all 1 year players.
Yeah, we had a whole bunch of 1 year players last year, proven contracts. So some of them ain't coming back.
Right.
And so it's gonna cost us more money sometimes. And so that 90 million is gonna go fast.
Right. That's true.
We can't just dump it.
And we need our defense was so I don't know. We played better towards the end of the year, but we need help on defense. We need help on defense. And our offensive line, I think Daniels made our offense look so much better. If he had a better, like the running game at the end of the year was like nonchalant. I know Robinson was hurt. I know
there were the holes.
Yeah.
You know, they weren't drawing out any holes.
I just feel like we need to pick up, another guard. We lost what's the name for the year. I think he's not gonna be able to come back next year. Right guard. Cosby's not coming back.
So he's coming back, but he's not coming back at the beginning of the season.
Yeah, so that means we gotta pick up a guard. We're gonna have to draft another right tackle because Wiley's coming to the end of his contract, I believe. And Riley was a project that
Wiley was the number 2. He's not number 1. Let's be honest.
So I think our 2 backup tackles are not on contract. Everybody was on a 1 year deal, so we have to pick up money. So I just think we're probably gonna have to pick up one of these old guys and make it work. That's my personal opinion.
Well, one of the old guys is Zach Martin. He's a free agent from Dallas. Trey Smith from Kansas City is a free agent. Brandon Sheriff, he's a free agent again. These are guards. Mekhi Becton. And if, like I said, we're going to get Mekhi Becton, we're taking away from Philly and gaining. So that might not be a bad idea right there.
Well, I know they probably will get Zach. He loves Dallas players.
Yeah, true. So it's. I mean, if there are players out there that we can kind of do what we did last year, but right now it's time to start getting some players under contract before the big contract shows up.
Who would you like on offense for us to re-sign?
On offense, let me see. I wouldn't mind re-signing Coleman. He's under contract, though, I think.
Yeah, he's a rookie.
Coleman. So you got Coleman, Algeretti, Badass, Cosby, and Wiley as our starters.
And
so
Cosby is hurt, so he's not going to probably play next year. Right.
So we're going to need a guard. Especially we're going to need a guard at the beginning of the season.
Now, how about Coleman? Coleman wasn't a true. We drafted him as a tackle, but he wasn't. He was supposed to be a guard, really.
That's true.
We made him a tackle. He didn't play bad. But he wasn't dominant either.
Right. I mean, will he be a dominant guard?
I don't know. I mean, he like I said, I was impressed the fact that as a rookie that was supposed to be a guard, he played tackle and he held up. He wasn't perfect, but he held up.
I'm definitely drafting a tackle.
I would like to draft a tackle, and either Coleman can go back to tackle and left. We know he can play it, or we put Coleman on the right and put a better left tackle in.
That's fine. Yeah, I'm fine with that. I'm fine moving Coleman.
And I would like to pick up a free agent guard. I think the middle has to be solid. I would like to pick a free agent guard to pick up for Cosby. Since Cosby's not going to be there, or Cosby's going to be injured, recovering from his knee injury, right?
Yeah.
So Cosby recovering from his knee injury. I would like to pick up maybe Martin. Like you said, Martin was out there. He's on probably a 1 or 2 year deal to the end of his career. Put Martin in that guard position. He knows Dan. You know what I'm saying? They know what he can do. All we want him to do is stay there for a year or two, and that's give Daniels, because like one time Badass got hurt, and I think the Allegati had to call the line calls. You know what I'm saying? So we need somebody that knows the line calls. You know what I'm saying? And knows to keep that middle solid, because Philly pushed us in the middle. We wasn't against Philly. Jalen Carter, we could not block Jalen Carter. No, nobody did. But I mean, he dominated Kansas City. So I mean, so we got to find a way to compete with Philly in the middle. And then on the wide receiver position, any other wide receivers you would like to bring back?
I wouldn't be pressed to bringing them back. Like I said, we got McLaurin and we got Luke McCaffrey.
How about the Brown boys? We want to bring back one of the Brown boys as a fourth receiver or third receiver?
I don't mind Brown as a fourth receiver.
Which one?
Either one of them. Obviously, Diami has more speed.
And Diami's not as injury prone.
Yeah, he's not.
Other guys, that's the reason why Houston cut the other Brown, because he was injury prone.
Yeah,
he got hurt on us after Chicago. He got hurt next play.
I'm not opposed to bringing down Diami back. I think he played well enough to be on the team. I think that somebody else is going to try to give him some more money, though. Be honest.
I believe that too. That's what we might have to get. So out of all the receivers left, got Trey's boy Crowder. I don't think nobody's gonna pick up Crowder. We can probably, if we want to. He's like 100 years old. He runs back punts. He can play slot. We got the other little dude. What's the other little dude too that fumbled?
I'm not bringing Crowder back. I don't think.
How about what's the other little dude that played slot for us?
So we got Noah Brown, Cashmere Allen, Luke McCaffrey, Olamide Zacchaeus, Jameson Crowder, Mike Strachan. I don't even know who that is. Chris Moore, KJ Osborne, Diami Brown, Jeremy McNichols. That's the running back though. So that's all we got.
Can we develop one of our young players that's on the practice squad?
The only thing you can do is Luke on practice squad.
Cashmere Allen. I mean, he's been on the practice squad for 2 years.
Yeah, but he drops the ball too much. That should be honest. He drops the ball too much.
How tall is Cashmere? Is he tall guy or something?
Cashmere Allen, nah, he's not tall.
Yeah, he been on the squad for 2 years. On the
Cashmere Allen is he's 6'2". No, not. He's 5'9".
Okay, he's a slot guy.
He's a little dude. The tallest wide receiver we got is a 6'2". That's Luke is 6'2". Noah Brown is 6'2". And everybody else is like 5'9", 6'5". Mike. So we must have picked up Mike because he don't have no kind of stats nowhere.
Yeah. We probably just picked him up, put him on the practice squad.
Yeah, I think that's the dude we picked up late, and we never played him. He's a rookie from Charleston, West Virginia.
Man, we're gonna have to develop somebody. I think we're gonna have to. Somebody got to develop, man.
We got to
pick somebody up.
We got to draft wide receiver. If we're gonna be have a number 3, rookie come in as a number 3. That's okay.
Would you pick up, say, one of them older guys like Noah Brown or Zacchaeus on the bargain, and hope we develop? Hope we develop one of the younger guys. Listen, we got to develop somebody.
Between the two, you got to develop somebody. But between the two of those, I would take Zacchaeus just because he showed more and he was healthy for the most part. He was healthy all year. Okay. So Noah Brown being injured really hurt him. He was a big body wide receiver though, and when he played, he got balls. Jaden did trust him.
Yeah. I think he ran good routes. Jaden liked him. He just can't stay healthy. That's his problem in his career, is he's injury prone. And like I said, he made the biggest play of the year against Chicago. You know what I'm saying?
If there's a bidding war for Diami Brown, just a little bit, let him go. Yeah, you keep Noah Brown. Yeah. Even if he's hurt, he's not our number 2 anymore. He's our number 4. You know what I'm saying? Right. So he's more apt to that position where he's not playing all the time and getting hurt. So he can just come in spots.
Yeah, we're gonna have to we're gonna have to either draft somebody or coach somebody up to be our third receiver, I think, and pick one of these old guys on the free agent market. That's what I think we should do. Yeah. We gotta get McCaffrey going. We gotta pick up. I think we should pick up one of the old guys. It could be any of them. Cooper, any of those old guys. The youngest one I like is the one from the Giants. And obviously he ain't that good because I can't remember his name. So he's not. He's definitely a third or second receiver. But if I had my choice for discount, I would take Devontae Adams. Because I like his personality. I saw his personality. He didn't seem like a diva type guy to me personally. Mm-hmm. Him and Cooper are really similar, I think. I think Devontae Adams runs the best.
What would you give for Cooper? Huh? What would you give for what's the dude out of Los Angeles that you like?
Cooper Kupp?
Yeah. How much? What would you give?
Well, if I didn't have to trade, I would give them a 6 or 7 round pick, and I would give him maybe $5 or $6 million a year.
But he's a true number 2, though, right, big guy?
Yeah,
Or you bring him as a number 3?
Who? Cooper Kupp?
Yeah.
I'm bringing him as number 2, but he's an older number 2 with a lot of injuries, so I'm not going to pay him big money. 2-year contract, $5 or $6 million.
So would you give a 4 for?
Only one I would give a 4 for is the big dude from Seattle. I like the big dude from Seattle.
DK Metcalf?
DK Metcalf. I would give a number 4 pick for DK Metcalf. Anybody else? I'm not a big. I like Debo, but I had him on my fantasy team this year, and Debo didn't give me no points. He was hurt the whole year, so I got a little Jones against him. So last year he didn't do nothing. Last year, because one time Debo was probably one of the best receivers in the league.
Yeah. Well, he had that one run when they went to the Super Bowl.
Yeah, he was unstoppable that year. Yeah. But now, but the year before that he was injury prone, and last year he was.
Well, he's only had 1,000-yard season.
Yeah, that 1 year where he stayed healthy, but he's a physical dude that he give you 1 or 2 great games. I want somebody that's gonna give me 7, at least give me 10 good games, man. That can be number 2.
I think Cooper Kupp still has it. I think he had about 2 more years in him.
Well, Cooper Kupp didn't have a quarterback last year, so who was his quarterback? Wasn't Watson was his quarterback? No, he went to Buffalo. He went to Buffalo. He was in Buffalo.
What, last year?
Last year they traded him to Buffalo last year. He was in a championship game, and he looked like he didn't have it.
I thought he was the Chargers.
No, you call it Cooper, right? Who you talking about?
No, not talking about Amari Cooper.
Oh, you talking about Cooper Kupp? No, Cooper Kupp was in the Rams, and he still had. Yeah, but he's not a free agent though.
About trade. I'm just saying.
Trade.
Would you give a 4 for?
Yeah, I wouldn't give Cooper Kupp a 4 for the Cooper Kupp because he'd been injured. He had a knee and something else.
Yeah, but this draft is not deep. It's not a deep draft.
But we need lots of players, man. And to give up
let's do this. Let's do this.
We already given our number one pick to Cleveland for the defensive end. So you don't believe that, but it's already in the works, D. It's already in the works, D. It's already in the works, D.
I hear you.
So we give up a number 1 pick to turn around and give up a number 4 pick for another player. Nah.
All right, look, we're gonna do before we get off here. We're gonna do this little
draft.
Yeah, we're gonna do draft, but we're gonna let the computer do the draft.
Okay.
See what they give us and see what
they give us. Yeah.
All right, let's run it.
Let's see what we get.
All right. Okay, yeah.
I wish we got Travis on it.
We get that, that's for sure.
We get that, we'd be bad, Joe. You know what I'm saying? But he's not gonna be. He's going number 1, I think. Where do you think Deion Sanders is going? His son going? You think he's going top 10?
To the Giants.
You think the Giants?
They say Giants need the quarterback.
Yeah,
he got a lot of hype around him.
Man, I was thinking maybe he go to the Raiders. Maybe I know. Brady's been coaching.
They talking about Russell Wilson going to the Raiders.
Yeah, well, that's Russell Wilson's old coach is there.
Yeah. From Seattle.
Let's see what they gave us.
Let's see. In the first round, we got. Oh yeah.
Number 29, right here. Yeah. No, they gave it to us number 29.
Oh, my bad. We got the wide receiver from Ohio, which I like.
Yeah, that's pretty decent. He's the second team. He might can give us.
He's number 2. He's number 2. That might could be number 1.
Right.
Going down the season, down the year.
Right.
We got an edge rusher.
Gave us an edge rush from Ohio too. That Ohio edge rusher. He's more of a run stopper.
6'5", 260. He's
a run stopper.
Some weight. Oh, he's an edge though, so he got some speed too.
Yeah. And then he gave us number
offensive tackle.
Who is he from?
Rutgers.
Yeah.
8.
God, he's a monster, isn't he? That's a right tackle, right?
He's a project though.
Yeah.
It's a project.
Gotta coach him up.
Yep. Let's see, round 4.
They gave us round 4. Gave us.
Oh, we don't have a 4th round pick.
Damn, we sure don't. Wow, we don't even have a 4th round.
We ain't got a 4th to give nobody.
There you go. We can't get DK Metcalf.
Cornerback. Tommy Hill. He ain't got no stats.
No, he got no stats on from Nebraska.
We need a corner.
Sixth round. This dude might not make the team.
Another corner. UCF. 5'10", little dude.
Yeah. What they grade our draft? Too. They usually give you a grade too.
Not on this one.
Not on this one. Okay.
Another wide receiver from Colorado, Jimmy Horn.
Oh, Jimmy Horn got some speed. Little dude, but a lot of speed. Slot dude.
5'8".
Yeah, I seen him play. He got a lot of speed. Good route runner. He tough.
He shows up.
Yeah, he got injured at the end of the year, but he got breakaway speed. He just small. That's the only thing about him.
He probably
Jimmy Horn's not a bad pickup, man.
Yeah, I don't think he's gonna be there that late though.
Yeah, I think he's gonna be there because he's.
You think so?
Yeah, he's so small, man. He's a little dude.
Yeah, but people want them quick wide receivers to play.
Yeah, he's a slot dude now.
The kickoff, the quicker you are,
he can do punt return too, I think.
Yeah. All right, big guy. That's what we're looking at.
Before we end, man, your pick is who? If we got to pick up somebody to be number 2, who's your pick?
If we had to pick up somebody, I would get Amari Cooper or Devontae Adams. If you say he doesn't have that diva in him right now, he's getting older, so he's looking to get into a championship. I know he has that breakaway speed too. He's an older fella, but he's still fast and he still runs good routes. Him or Amari Cooper, I'm good with that because I think we need to use some of that money on the line and defensive cornerback. I think because right now they didn't have us. We were like a top 10 cornerback wise. We were top 10 against the pass, but against the run we suck.
Yeah,
right?
We suck.
But the only reason we weren't so bad against the pass because they ran on us so much. So it's like one begets the other. So we had to figure this out. Luckily, it's not our job. We just out here spitballing. But who you got?
My pick, I would say Devontae Adams and the dude from the Giants. We got to get a cheap pick, the dude from the Giants. But he's a number 2 and number 3 because I can't remember his damn name. Is it
Darius Slayton?
Darius Slayton. Reason why I like Darius Slayton is because he knows the East Coast. He knows who we playing. He knows the cornerbacks. He knows the competition that he's be going against. So he has a good insight on that. And he made plays with no quarterback. He had no quarterback with the Giants. And he still made plays. I like guys that are hungry, and he has a little bit of youth to him. He's a little younger than Cooper or Devontae Adams. So he might do like a 3-year deal with him, a 4-year deal with him. And I think he would accept the fact to be a number 2. Where those other guys were number 1s in back in their day. You know what I'm saying? When they was top dudes, they were number 1s. But besides that, I wouldn't trade for nobody. I like Cooper Kupp. I like the guy from Seattle, the Metcalf, or I even like Debo if we can keep Debo healthy. But I'm not gonna give up no picks because we already gonna give up a pick to get a defensive lineman. So I'm not gonna give up a pick. You know what I'm saying? I think we got to keep. We have to coach up people, especially because of that. But nonetheless, that's my 2 choices. Let's play a little Go-Go D as we go out. Hey, Trey Z, we miss you, man. Hope you're okay. We catch you next time, man.
Ain't it crazy how you can go from being to everybody on your dick? They like the way the rickety raw rap solo. Next time you're on Facebook, check the photo. At the airport, didn't need a passport. South Beach, yeah, nigga on a passport. This the flash life. I got my cash right. Sound with the rhyme like the mic be a flashlight. But I know that if I stay stunting, all these girls only gon' want one thing. I can spend my whole night big butt hunting. The only good gon' come is when I'm coming. She got an ass that'll swallow up a G-string. And up top, 2 B-string. And I B-string. When the D-string, familiar faces locking down like a precinct.